You're doing it all wrong. What's the right money strategy? Thank you for watching Bright Horizon Wealth. We teach entrepreneurs and go-getters like you how to own their financial future with the concept of infinite banking. Please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you can be notified every Tuesday and Thursday we come out with brand new videos. Have you ever wondered if you have the wrong bucket for money management? So, to get started, in finance, there's a system called the 3-bucket strategy. Today, we're going to dig deeper into it and learn what is the best way to purchase something. Say, for example, if you go to buy a car, would you prefer to pay cash for it or finance it through your bank? As we all know, there are basically 2 categories of people when it comes to money management. The first one is a debtor, and the second one is a saver. As you can see, there are 3 buckets on the screen: red, blue, and green. The red bucket represents a debtor. A debtor is someone who borrows money from a creditor, has no savings, earns no interest, and they pay interest. And the continuation of this cycle over and over again keeps us in debt perpetually. The reason I made the color of the bucket red is because whenever we're in debt, we are continuously thinking about one thing: how do I get out of this debt? And that is where infinite banking comes into play. Infinite banking slowly but surely pulls us out of debt and also creates a source of passive income for us down the road. The blue bucket symbolizes a saver. Now, if you're a saver, you have the discipline to save the money. You save money for the future. You're not afraid of sacrificing a lot of instant gratification today in order to have a better tomorrow. No wonder our society respects savers and talks very highly about them. Now, let's see how this blue bucket theory works out for the saver. You fill up the blue bucket and then empty it down, and then you start filling it up again. So basically, you go through a cycle called fill, empty, fill. Let me give you an example. Let's say you want to buy a car for $20,000. You start saving money for that beautiful car that you have in mind. Say, for example, it takes you 5 years to raise that money. Now, you have $20,000 in your hands. You went to the dealership and bought your dream car. You don't owe a penny to the bank. You feel like a winner. But then, the next day, when you go to the bank and look at your savings account, you discover that it's empty. Do you remember the pain of seeing your bank account emptied up all the way? And you asked yourself, do I need to start filling up my bucket all over again? You took out all the money to buy that car. Now you have a car which is paid off, but you don't have the cash. When you'll need another car 5 years later, you'll need another $20,000 to buy a car again. So, what do? You start saving money for that second car right away. Once again, you start going through sacrificing your today for a better tomorrow. And this never-ending cycle keeps on going, only to bring you down to zero every time. Now, for savers, we repeat this over and over again. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad idea to save money. In fact, in order to achieve financial freedom, we do need to save money. My question is, for how long? If we keep on saving for the rest of our life, we're missing out on our today. You see my point? All I'm saying is we should not deviate from the bigger picture. And the reason we don't know any better is because we've never been taught. Most people don't know that there's a third alternative out there, and it is the green bucket strategy. The green bucket represents a money maker. As a money maker, you use other people's money, or OPM, and then recapture your principal and pay all the interest to yourself instead of others. If you want to learn more about it, please watch our on-demand masterclass, which explains it in a more in-depth setting. Now, what are the characteristics of a green bucket? Here are 2 big ones. As a moneymaker, you own the bucket, and it does not have any holes in it. Yes, you heard me right. You own the bucket. And instead of putting your own money into it, you use OPM, which is an acronym for other people's money, to fill the bucket. This is how it works. Number 1, you finance the car with other people's money. Number 2, you recapture all your principal. And number 3, you pay the interest to yourself, not to them. In other words, as a moneymaker, you stop the leak in the bucket. Yes, whether you use the red bucket or the blue bucket, both have leaks in them. It has a small hole at the bottom which we do not pay attention to, even though it's right there in front of our eyes and is bothering us all the time. You got it. I'm talking about the interest that you're paying for month after month, year after year. Now, you may ask me, but Alex, I understand a debtor has a leak in the bucket, but how about the saver? He's not paying any interest. How he could have a leak in the bucket? Good question. And the answer to that is, a saver is also not too much better off because of the lost opportunities. Think about it for a moment. If you have $20,000 in cash in your hands and you invest that money somewhere, you'll make some interest on it, right? But if you buy something with that money, you lose all the interest that you could have made on that money. In finance, this is called a lost opportunity. So, either way, whether you borrow or save, you pay the price of lost opportunity. So, let me ask you a question. Who do you think is better, a debtor or a saver? Neither, because they both end up at zero. I'm going to repeat, they both end up at zero. So, choose your bucket wisely. You're still financing your purchases regardless of whether you are a saver or a debtor. And by financing the car, you're either paying interest or you're losing your opportunity to earn interest by paying cash. All you need to do is go to Google and ask this question. How much does the average American pay in interest in their lifetime? Do not be surprised if the answer comes out to be in between $280,000 and $450,000. All we need to do is start paying that interest to ourselves instead of our creditors. Can you see the potential of $300,000 that can increase multifold in your lifetime with the law of compounding interest? And infinite banking is the vehicle that can get you there. This is the magic of compound interest, which over the years makes a big difference. And this is the huge amount of money that will come out with certainty without working any extra hours just by stopping the leak in the bucket. Thank you for watching the video, and we hope that this information was helpful. To summarize today's video, we talked about 3 kinds of buckets in money management called the debtor, saver, and money maker. By choosing the right bucket, you can create your own family bank which will make you money every time you purchase something. If you're interested in learning more in depth on how compound interest works like magic and how easy it is to become a money maker, then check out our masterclass, which is the second link in the description below. Also, if you're worried about paying your debts and creating a source of perpetual passive income, we have a free book called Infinite Banking Secrets, where we share different ideas on how you can utilize your whole life insurance policy to achieve your financial freedom. So, check out the link below and visit our masterclass. If you like this video, let us know by liking it and leaving a comment for us. Don't forget to share it with your friends and family and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And hit the notifications bell so that you're notified when we upload new videos. And finally, make sure you own your tomorrow by converting your liabilities into assets.